We're about to have race-winning team owner Chip Ganassi joining us here in the Live 105.3 studios at the Infield Media Center at Texas Motor Speedway.
Right in time to join us on this topic, which we think you have an opinion on.
Chip Ganassi.
Green-white checker finish.
Can we do it?
In IndyCar.
Boy, I'd sure like to figure out a way to try to do it. Scott just said in the press conference there that tonight he wouldn't have liked the green-white checker, but last week he sure would have.
True.
So, I think the point is, some days you're going to get it. Some days it's going to work in your favor, some days it's not. I was just, what made me bring that up was just the fact that I saw some of the fans walking up and walking out before the.
Yes, they were.
They were walking out before the checker, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I'm nobody. I don't run the show or have any vested interest in the grandstands or anything. But I think that's but I do want to see the fans see a great finish.
So what's different about the fuel strategy and the way the Indy cars are between that and NASCAR? Why NASCAR can and IndyCar can't? Can you kind of explain that?
Well, it has to do with, first of all, the Indy cars don't have starters on them, so
right.
you'd have to come down the pit lane and stop everybody in the pit lane. So you say that, and then I don't think there's much to it after that. I mean,
could you do that? Could you bring it? Of course, then you'd have to get them back in order, because you guys aren't exactly pitted in whatever the running order is.
Well, they wouldn't have to go to the pits, though. They could just stop in order on pit lane.
On pit lane, they could just stop in order on pit lane.
And you could get a starter out there to fire them up?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's only under a red flag condition. I mean, that would only be if you had to red it. What about if people just went around for 10 more laps? I know fuel strategy can be a pain in the butt when you really lean it out at the end.
Obviously, I don't know if you could go around 10 more laps. I mean, I think you'd have to say at the beginning of the race, just like in NASCAR where you make one attempt at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They make one attempt at a green-white checker. And I think you'd have to say, you're not going to go more than 5 total laps or something like that. I mean, because, everybody's working down, everybody's got their fuel strategy. And when people talk about fuel races, it only happens because there's a yellow right on the, right on the exact amount of laps you have left of a full load of fuel. There's always a yellow right there. That's the problem. It's not the yellow at the end.
Right.
It's that yellow with about, 50 or 60
yeah,
to
50
go.
to go.
Yeah, it's that one with about 50 to go. Everybody comes in and fills up, and they're right on the finish.
And you want to make it to the end.
And you want to make it to the end, and everybody's,
Okay, so Chip, now let's get back to, let's say lap 20-ish or so. Were you screaming in your mic headset, whatever, when Ryan Briscoe came in your team's pits?
I'm thinking, what's this dude? He missed his pits. Not only did he miss his pits, he's coming into our pits. And I mean, I got to tell you, I was kind of speechless there for about 3 or 4 seconds.
You couldn't have hopped over, maybe done a wing adjustment, 4 tires, and
do
some
a head
fuel.
adjustment on him. Yeah. I saw Roger after the race, Roger Penske. He said, hey, well, at least you could have put some fuel in or something.
That's nice.
Hey, you know what? How is the relationship with you and Roger? I mean, in Indy cars, I'm sure you guys are buddies, but is he the guy that you look at maybe as your main competition out there? Because you guys have been at this as owners the longest. I mean, not to take away from Andretti and whatnot, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for Roger, I don't know if I'd even be in this sport. I mean, I remember when I was about 21 years old, somebody at a bank that we do business with put me on the phone with Roger Penske when I was 21 years old, and I was getting into IndyCar racing, and he took the time to talk to me. I remember, and those were pretty important things, and so, you never know where that'll be, and here we are, 25 years later or something, racing the guy.
But at that time, that's when you were caring about skiing in Vail, and you really didn't quite care about IndyCar racing as much.
Right. But it wasn't,
so he's the guy that kind of turned your head around and said, this is a good thing you might want to consider.
Well, I was already into racing at that point, but yeah.
You had that big old Vidal Sassoon dude back then, too, dude.
Wow.
Kenny, don't
you
go there.
cracked on me earlier about my hairdo.
Don't go there about your bouffant, okay?
Wow.
With some gum.
How proud of you are your teams this year? I mean, Scott Dixon, it was a few years ago he won the championship here at Texas in a race where, not everyone thought, it came down to like 4 drivers or something, and he might have been the most unlikely. Now you guys finally actually get a win here. I mean, this victory lane's eluded you guys.
Now wait a minute. It hasn't exactly eluded us that bad, has it?
What
about
between
Jeff Ward? He won here.
He
There
did
you
win
go.
here, winning
That
like
wasn't that long ago,
leading
was
the God. What was it? 01 or 02?
You only got to lead one
02?
lap.
No, I agree
one
with
lap,
you.
You got to lead.
No, that was
That's
an awesome win. That was an awesome win.
Awesome win is right.
But my point is, Dan Weldon, has finished second here, 2 or 3 times, and I don't know if all of those were in your car. Scott Dixon's finished second here 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been tough, and it's well deserved that you guys finally get it.
I appreciate you bringing all those second places up. Thanks.
Hey, but he won the championship here. He clinched the championship here. That's a fond Texas memory.
Yeah.
I
Championship here. Yeah,
I had the image in my mind of that number 9 flag coming down off of a parachute. They parachuted the flag in and all that. That was a really, really neat thing.
2003, I stood on the.
Seeing Dixon with a couple of 6-shooters in his hand. Did he have the 6-shooters tonight?
Yes. Thank God he shot him up.
We were in here. We couldn't see it. I want to see that picture.
Oh my God.
All right, I got to be honest with you. I've stood there behind him and watched every driver shoot those. And honestly, Dixon has done the best out of anyone because. First of all, he got them both, bam, together, and then he was able to quickly cock them because you see, like, Casey Kane, he's got to use his hand and use this hand. Dixon had his thumbs on the guns, bam, fired him again. He was
no
the best
rookie.
at it.
That's because in New Zealand, that's how they shoot the little lambs over there.
The sheep.
Pistols.
Oh, really? I heard it was something
That's
else,
a
but we won't go there.
Crash, please. Don't touch that. Not with Chip, at least.
Yeah, this
You
is
guys
this is
have climbed right into the gutter on that one.
family radio and a family series.
Yes. Hey, what a great night, though, here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh, absolutely.
Eddie Gossage and his people did a great job, and, my new favorite racetrack.
Hey, you know that the IndyCar Series contract with Texas Motor Speedway is up, is it next year?
I think so. I'm not positive on that.
It is up with 09. How could you not see Chip Ganassi, the IndyCar Series, not come back to Texas?
Hey, Kenny.
What?
I'm here to celebrate, man. We just won the race.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Look, you're setting a tradition here, chewing all my gum.
We thought he ate it all in the pre-race show.
Well, I tried.
Well, he tried.
Nah, I'm sure this is a great place. This is a great market for us. We want to be here. Some of the teams want to be here, so.
You know what? The deal
But that's
is.
not my department. It's not my department.
The deal is Eddie Gossage really wants this to be the race after Indy, and he wants a week in between. You know what? He's not going to get that. Milwaukee is such a tradition. It's been over 60 years of Milwaukee being after Indy, minus a couple years in there. Eddie's not going to be the race after Indy. That's just not going to happen. But Eddie could be here at Texas Motor Speedway the season finale again. Now, that might happen. And that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And that's true. You've got a win today in open wheel, a win today in sports car. Pocono?
Hey, you never know. I know one thing. If we don't go there and race, we got no chance to win. If we go there and race, we got a chance.
You sound like Newt Rockney or something all of a sudden with all these sayings. Like you've been hanging out with Penske.
I mean, that's what I'm there for, right? That's why I go there to win.
Cheerleader, that's true.
I go cheerleader. I go there to win.
Are you going to be there at the race tomorrow?
Yes, I'm leaving here 8 o'clock in the morning, going to Pocono.
Oh, so you are going to do the little celebrations tonight, and then you're going to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come find you in hospitality in a couple hours.
Okay, cool.
Passed out on the table.
Jesus.
Thanks a lot.
Chip
Great to be
Ganassi.
with you guys. Thanks, everybody. 105.3. And whoever that was that told me, IndyCar
Rob.
drivers, start your engines. Thanks.
Nice.